welcome back to our class. For today's lesson, we will be talking about adjectives that are used for describing people's looks and appearance, just like attractive or gorgeous. But before we proceed, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and click that bell button so that you'll be notified every time I will upload videos. Thank you so much. Now let's get started. Now, adjectives for describing appearance, vocabulary, and grammar. Here are the lists of adjectives that are used for describing people's look and appearance. Attractive. A person who is good looking. This is for male or female. Example, Shakira is a very attractive woman. Beautiful. A person who is extremely good looking, mainly used to describe women. Example, the American singer Beyonce is very beautiful. Blonde. A person who has yellow hair. Example, American celebrity Paris Hilton has a blonde hair. Chubby. A polite way of describing someone who is a bit overweight. Example, Jennifer is looking a bit chubby lately, isn't she? Curvy. A woman with a large bust, broad hips, and a small waist. Example, Katie Price is very curvy. Fat. A negative way to describe someone who is overweight. This is very rude and a bit insulting. Example, Kirstie Alley starred in the American sitcom Fat Actress. Fit. Someone who gets a lot of exercise and is very healthy or very attractive person. Example, David Beckham is physically fit, or David Beckham is fit. Flabby. Used to describe someone who does not get much exercise with poor muscle tone. Example, I was looking a bit flabby, so I've joined the gym. Gorgeous. Very attractive. Used to describe men and women. Example, I think Johnny Depp is gorgeous. Handsome. A man who is extremely good looking. Example, Brad Pitt is very handsome. Large. Someone who is overweight. Example, fashionable clothes for large women can be hard to find. Muscular. Someone who is very toned and has well-defined muscles. Example, Madonna is quite muscular for a woman. Her arms are very toned. Obese. Used to describe who is very fat, but this is impolite. Example, being obese is very bad for your health. Ordinary. Someone who is very plain or average looking, not especially beautiful. Example, Lady Gaga looks very ordinary without makeup. Plump. Tactful way of describing someone who is overweight, mainly British English. Example, the plump British actress Dawn French is a brunette. Presentable. Another way of saying someone looks smart. Example, if you want to get ahead of your job, you need to look presentable. Scruffy. Used to describe someone whose appearance is very untidy. Example, Pet is very scruffy. Shapely. A curvy woman with a small waist. Example, Kylie is very shapely. Skinny. Used to describe someone who is very thin, but this is impolite. Example, many fashion models are way too skinny. Slender. Used to describe a thin person who looks healthy. Example, Actress Julia Roberts is very slender. Stocky. Someone who is broad and not very tall, mainly to describe men. Example. Simon Cowell is quite short with dark hair and a stocky build. Tattooed. Used to describe someone who has tattoos. Example. Justin Bieber has a lot of tattoos. Thin. Used to describe someone who weighs less than the average person. Example, Victoria Beckham is very thin. Tall. Used to describe someone who is above average height. Example, sports personality Michael Jordan is very tall. Important note, be careful using a negative adjectives when commenting on a person's appearance, as some people may be very offended by them. In most situations, it is safer to use neutral or positive adjectives, like for example, slender instead of saying thin, or large instead of saying fat. So that's it. I hope you learned something from our lesson today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please drop a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much and see you next time.